Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to the weekly report. More billions to Ukraine as America falls apart. There's a video clip making the rounds showing President Biden speaking at a recent NATO summit about the $7 billion U.S. government had, at that time, provided to Ukraine. Attached to that is another clip showing the horrific state of several U.S. major cities, including in Pennsylvania, California, and Ohio. The video of American cities is shocking. Endless landscapes of filth, trash, homelessness, open fires on the street, drug-addicted zombies. It doesn't look like America's most of us remember. Watching Biden bragging about sending billions of dollars to corrupt leaders overseas, with American cities looking like bombed out Iraq or Libya, is U.S. foreign policy in a nutshell. The Washington elites tell the rest of America that they must promote democracy in some far-off land. Anyone who objects is considered in league with the appointed enemy of the day. Once it was Saddam, then Assad and Gaddafi. Now it's Putin. The game is the same, only the names are changed. What is seldom asked is, what is in this deal for those Americans who suffer to pay for our interventionist foreign policy? Do they really think a working American in Ohio or Pennsylvania is better off or safer because we are supposedly protecting Ukraine's borders? I think most Americans would wonder why they aren't bothering to protect our own borders. A reported 200,000 illegals crossed the border into the U.S. in July alone. You can believe they are learning quickly about the free money provided by the U.S. government to illegals. They'll probably get a voting card as well. Last Friday, the Pentagon announced that yet another $775 million would be sent to Ukraine. As Antiwar.com reported, it was the 18th weapons package to Ukraine in 6 months. Has there ever been a more idiotic U.S. intervention in history? Supporters of this proxy war may celebrate more aid to Ukraine, but the reality is that it is in no way aid to Ukraine. That's not how the system works. It is money created out of thin air by the Fed and appropriated by Congress to be spent propping up the politically connected military-industrial complex. It's a big check written by middle America to rich people who run Raytheon and Lockheed Martin. Americans watch their budget being stretched to the limit while the Beltway fat cats loosen their belts to continue enjoying the gravy train. Bloomberg reported earlier this summer that inflation is costing the average American household more than $5,200 this year. Inflation is a tax on middle class and poor Americans. The wealthy, like those who run Raytheon and Lockheed Martin, always gets the new money first, before prices go up. The rest of us watch as the dollar buys less and less. As Washington salivates over fighting Russia in Ukraine, the rest of America feels like we're becoming Zimbabwe. How long until it takes $1 trillion for a loaf of bread? Will there be a run on wheelbarrows? There's a way out. It's called non-interventionism. The war in Ukraine was caused by the U.S. regime change in 2014 and the neocon insistence that Ukraine join NATO. The State Department and CIA thought it was a great victory to overthrow the elected government. But meanwhile, the rest of us get the bill. No NATO and not one more penny for Ukraine. Thanks for listening.